Kesha, you guys. I was 10 years old when TikTok came out. Not the app, the Kesha song. 10 years old. And I feel like her whole career we have to take into context when talking about her new album. Because it is a wild ride. I was in 5th grade, and I remember that's when I was like, I'm not like other girls. I don't listen to, like, girl artists. And I remember hating on it because, like, she's stupid. I'm, like, mature for my age. And so I was like, I don't like it. But then it, like, got really popular, and I kept hearing it everywhere. And I was like, okay, it's kind of good. Actually, I totally forgot about that. I saw her in concert at one point. Do I have avocado on my nose? No, I don't. I saw her in concert at one point. I don't remember how old I was, but it was really fun. I was kind of a passive fan. I was like, oh, she's, like, crazy, whatever, and everyone, you know. I mean, we still do that, but that was when, like, everyone was like, haha, girls are whores, right? And everyone was like, yeah. But she survived that era. God bless her. So glad she did. Then we found out about all the drama with her producer. She got out of it. I'm very happy, very pleased. She had Rainbows, which was like her recovery album in a way, you know, ballads about everything she went through. And now we're at the point where it's like, alright, it's Kesha. Like, it is her. No more drama, no more whatever. And I didn't expect myself to love this album as much as I did. I was like, okay, we'll see. It just felt, as a depressed 20-year-old, I feel like every depressed 20-year-old girl needs to hear this album while eating an avocado, like an apple. I don't know why everyone thinks I'm like a sociopath for eating vegetables like this. I'm just eating avocado. Anyways, we dropped the $, which I remember everyone would make fun of. They'd be like, is her name Kesha or Ke $ha? It's like, that's not funny, but nice try. She's a whole new woman. However, in this album, like, I don't know, it feels like there's a lot of, like, her old traits coming out, because I always think she was authentic to a certain extent, like, as much as a, you know, I don't want to say manufactured pop star, but a pop star who is a woman in 2009 who is under the control of a male producer, you know. I still felt she had her authenticity, and now it's like she really has it. She really has the ability to do whatever she wants, and she absolutely does with this album, and it's amazing. It's all over the place, but I mean that in the best way. Like, normally I'm like, I want everything to be, like, so concise, and, like, it flows together, it all has a similar tone, and, like, this all has Kesha in it for sure, but every song is so different. Like, it's very eclectic, and it works. That's why I wore this jacket. I was like, this is what the album feels like. We're reaching the pit. But yeah, I said this album feels like an antique store that you walk into in, like, Austin, Texas, that's, like, you're not gonna buy anything, you just want to, like, walk around and look at all, like, the weird stuff they have, and it's just fun. That's what this album felt like, in the best way. She had Brian Wilson on here. Crazy. Her first few songs are kind of, you know, her having fun kind of playing with what she used to do, but they're like ballads in a way, and they kind of evolve within themselves and change around, but it's still like, oh, it feels like Kesha. And then around the middle, she kind of experiments with, like, country a little. Cowboy Blues, obviously. I was gonna critique that and be like, oh, like, is this just jumping on the bandwagon of, like, cowboy culture? But, like, she sang those songs really well, and it felt really genuine, and I was like, I can't critique it, like, it's good. The lyrics in so many of these songs are amazing. Like, I was just laughing listening to half of it, and, like, not in a, like, I'm making fun of it way. Like, I'm having so much fun listening to this, and I'm so happy that she made it. Yeah, A Little Bit of Love. I love that one. That was one of my favorites. Cowboy Blues, one of my favorites. everyone's talking about Kinky because it is featuring her old self with spelling Kesha with the $. And I absolutely love that song just based on the concept. Because I've always had a weird complex about, like, thinking of my past self as not the same person as me. And, like, not even, like, I don't know her. Like, I was, like, 12 or something, and my mom was, like, talking about a picture of me when I was a baby, and she's like, oh, look at your cute curly hair. And I was like, yeah, she has curly hair. And, like, I wasn't even trying to be, like, haha, she. Like, it just came out, like, I was literally, like, so detached from that being me. Anyways, that's a weird tangent. But I've written a lot of, like, short films about the idea of, like, interacting with yourself at different stages of your life as if they are different people. Because I think it's an interesting concept. It's interesting to look at the way we change as people. And I think she did that in a very fun and interesting way in that song. So definitely one of my favorites. I mean, not, like, in a gimmicky way either. Like, I feel like a lot of people are looking at it like a gimmick, but I enjoyed it. I like the potato song. People are hating on it. This is getting messy. I apologize. But I thought the potato song was fun. I don't know. I enjoyed listening to it. Sorry. The last few songs on the album kind of calm down. Kind of go back to, like, ballads, but they're not so much, like, yeah, it's kind of like, oh, you know. Yeah, and all. You get it. But I don't know, this just, I think it ended well with those last few songs. Like, they were good, they were serious, simple, great way to end it off. This whole thing was an hour, which I liked because, you know, we've been having a lot of short albums. But this one was, like, you know, she was doing a lot, and it paid off, and it was fun. Like, I felt like I just, like, listening to this, I felt like I went and watched, like, a movie that I was, like, I mean, I guess I'll go see this, and I saw it, and I was like, oh my god, that was so much fun, I want to go see it again. And I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe, you know, I have history as a Kesha fan, as a young woman in America. I'm running out of avocado. It's just a seed now. And my messy ham. That's gross. I'm so sorry. But regardless, eat your vegetables. I had a whole other list of stuff I wanted to listen to, and I was like, yeah, why not? And then I just kind of fell in love with it, and, like, fell in love with Kesha all over again. I'm glad she's still around. I'm glad she, like, has survived the test of time in a way, and she's survived the culture of, you know, the early 2000s to now, and how it's shifted. And she's risen above all of the crap people have put her through. So I'm very happy. I'm happy for her in that regard, but even without that, like, this is just a good album, and those two, like, facts combined together is just really exciting. I don't know, listening to this album, it felt like I went back in time to 2012 and, like, lived my life the way I should have. Like, you know, you're not supposed to regret your life or whatever, but we all do. So, this was just a fun album. I don't know, I didn't have very much critical things to say about it, just, like, it was so exciting. I'm happy Kesha not even is back, like, just hasn't really left us. I guess she did a little, but it's like, I don't know, I'm proud of her. I find her inspiring that she hasn't compromised herself and she hasn't let things, I mean, obviously things affect you, but but I think she handled it in ways that not a lot of people can do. I don't know, she has a strength to her that I don't think a lot of people have. Not, like, being like, oh, she's better than everyone, but, like, myself included, I'm very weak and boohoo over the small stuff. So, it's nice to see a woman not compromise her femininity, you know, the fact that she loves pop music and is out there and has been for years and is still evolving as she gets older, but making what she wants now and, like, winning these battles, and I don't know, I'm rambling, but rights for Kesha. I'm so happy. I'm giving this album, low battery. I'm giving this album a 7 out of 10. I'm excited to see what she does next. Because I know she's going to keep making music because that's the kind of woman she is and I love her for it. Listen to the album. Eat an avocado. Just get a vegetable and just eat it. This is why y'all are all so skinny. Eat a damn vegetable. Thank you. Goodbye. Yeah, I think at this point I have to accept I'm a crazy person.